What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes, indeed, Red Hot Chili Peppers fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Sam Dean, and it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 45% of the vote, moving up from number 688 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is the Red Hot Chili Peppers with a live performance. That's key here. I'll explain why in a little bit. A live performance of a song called Can't Stop.
Hey, wait a minute.
Now, have I heard the song before? Full disclosure, yes, I have. I have heard the song before. As a matter of fact, I did a reaction to the song already on the channel. I did a reaction to the studio version. Now, normally I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't, react to the same song twice, except for the fact that this is a live performance. Now, having said that, because I've already done a reaction to this, I am not going to react to the song itself in any way, shape, or form. The songwriting, the arranging, that has all been done and taken care of in my first reaction to the song. If you want to know what I thought about the song, go watch that reaction. I will be basing my reaction, my evaluation, and my score completely on the live show. What happens on stage? Stage interaction, stage energy, stage presence, crowd interaction, showmanship, production. These are the only things I'm going to be taking into account, not the song. I will take how well they play the song into account. I'll do that, but I'm not going to take the songwriting into account. You want to know what I thought about that? Go watch the other reaction. So just want to be straight with everybody so there's no confusion, okay? Anyway, this was posted by New Level, new spelled N-E-U, by the way. These names, man. And the video has 3.9 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. 03, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop, live, Rock Am Ring 04. So 2000. Oh, third song of the set. Okay. All right, and this is from 2004. Got it. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
He's got that auto walk going. It's awesome. Oh, don't stop. That was a great start. approach. I like how they're doing this intro. I like the approach on this intro. I really do. I'll be honest with when they had the Flea doing the thing with the popping and the slapping with Ottawa going. I was really kind of hoping they were going to do a little jam on that. Just not super long, just, you know, quick little minute and a half jam on that, because that bass line that Flea had going, that was cooking. I dug it. I know it's just simple pop and slapping, you know, 178, 178, 18, 178, 178, 178, 178, 178, 178. You know, it's no, 1717178. So yeah, 1717. Wait, 1717178 171717878. No, 18. So the octave jump. Okay. In any case, what he had going with the Ottawa though was sounded really good. I was really kind of hoping for a jam there. Just a quick one. Not 5 minutes long, but you know, a minute and a half would be nice. What they're doing with the intro here was really good. You know, just keeping it simple, you know, keeping it open. It sounded to me, and I may be wrong about this, but it sounded to me like John was, you know, fiddling like he does quite often, and nothing wrong with it. It sounded good. It felt like Chad was following him. Chad was following John, and Flea was left to hold the song down, hold the feel down, hold the rhythm down, hold everything moving forward, constant, rather than joining in. Kind of an unusual approach. Usually for Red Hot Chili Peppers, Flea and John usually are the two messing around with each other while Chad keeps everything solid. In this case, Chad was playing around with John while Flea kept everything solid. Interesting approach. And I like how John started to play the guitar line. Just a little bit of it, just one little lick, and he got the crowd to respond. Crowd interaction. Good job. Lure just kind of lure the crowd in. Bring them into your web just a little bit at a time. Smart. Good way to do an intro. Let's keep going. You can get crowd response. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. I remember when I did my initial reaction to this song, I believe, if my memory serves me right, I believe I made the comment of, in some way, shape, or form, I made the comment implying to the effect of, I believe this song would be great in a live setting. And I'm glad to say that I was right. This song translates very well to a live setting. I'm going to be honest with you, I prefer it better in the live setting. I know you need the studio version in order to have a live version. I get it.
Are you stoned?
But at the same time, this song definitely lends itself more to live play. It translates better. It sounds better. The energy is more conveyable in a live setting. So I'm definitely enjoying the performance of the song. And they're doing a great job playing the song. I will absolutely give credit where credit's due. As far as what they're doing on stage, their stage energy, their stage interaction, their crowd interaction, the intro was fantastic. I dug the intro. Ever since the song kicked in, and I know Chili Peppers fans are going to cry foul. I know they're going to want my head after this. Quite frankly, I don't care. I'm going to say what I feel, and I'm going to say what I believe. Their live performance, like them, what they're doing on stage physically, what they're doing visually, kind of lackluster. The only one who really is putting any effort into that, honestly, is Flea. Now, Flea is doing a great job of it. He's moving around. He's rocking out, he's bopping around, he's being very energetic and very animated on the stage. He's doing a great job. Chad's a slave to his instrument, unfortunately. There's not a whole lot he can do. I mean, there are certain things he could do. We're not seeing a whole lot of him on camera, unfortunately, other than like shots from his back. And I'm like, well, that doesn't really do us a whole lot of good to see what he's doing. John's kind of staying really close to his mic, and I understand that because he's got to do the backing vocals. I get it. But actually, now that I think about it, the backing vocals do come in quite frequently. So, yeah, there is that. Plus, when he isn't singing, he's staying right by the mic. He's not moving around the stage, but while he's by the mic, he is moving around. So, okay, I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. He's fine. Anthony Kiedis, very uncharacteristically of him, is just standing there. He's not moving around the stage at all. He had that one jump at the beginning of the song, and ever since then, he's taken the traditional Anthony Kiedis pose, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, rocking back and forth, heels to toes to heel to toes to heel. He's just rocking back and forth with his left hand. Is it left or right? No, it's left. His left hand bent the wrist like this, head cocked to the side. That's his typical pose, and that's all he's doing is that. I'm a little disappointed in him. He could be moving around the stage. He could take that mic off the mic stand and move around. He could talk. He could go up to the front of the stage, interact with the crowd a little bit while he's doing his thing. You know, I don't understand why he likes to take that pose and just stand there. I don't get that. I really don't. There's so much more he could be doing. He has so much more freedom. He has so many more options. He can take the mic off the mic stand. John can't. John's playing a guitar. He's stuck there. Flea can't. Flea's playing a bass. He's stuck on it. He can't free his hands up to grab the mic and walk around. I'm sure he would love to. You know, with the amount of energy that Flea has, the amount of showmanship he has, I'll bet if he could figure it out, he would do it. So, anyway, like I said, I have mixed feelings on the live show. Some things I'm seeing are really good. Some things I'm seeing are not so good. So, let's keep going, though. I'm sorry. Head cocked to the right. My bad. Feet left foot forward. Rocking back and forth. Left hand, then the wrist. And head cocked to the right. I was wrong about that part. Not left, right. There we go. Okay, okay. There we go. All right. Okay. Overall, enjoyable. Very enjoyable, very good live performance. Remember, I'm not taking the song into account here. So, completely just basing it on what we saw and how they played the song. Very enjoyable. Very well done. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Red Hot Chili Peppers with a live performance. Keep that in mind. A live performance of this song, Can't Stop. This was a request from Sam Dean, and it was also the winner of the Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 45% of the vote. Moving up for number 688 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. Okay, before I get my score, I'm going to say this again just for, those people who like to skip to the very end of the video to see the score. And they don't listen to what I say at the beginning. Well, I'm going to say it now again so that we can all be on the same page, hopefully, and I can cut down on the silliness of the comments going, well, the song is amazing. Anyway, because I've done a reaction to this song already, which I have, it's over here somewhere on the channel. If you go and look for it, I promise you'll find it. Because I have already done a reaction to the song where I gave my thoughts on the song and the songwriting and the arranging and what happened within the recording, I've already done that. And if you want to know what I thought about the song, you can go watch that one. I am not taking the song itself into account here in any way, shape, or form. I've already done it. I am basing this reaction completely, and not my evaluation and my scoring, completely on the live performance. What we saw on the stage. How well they played the song will be taken into account a little bit, but not very much. It's mostly going to be based on what we saw. Stage presence, stage energy, stage interaction, crowd interaction, showmanship, production. That is what we're going to be basing the score on, not the song itself. Hopefully everybody heard that. Hopefully everybody listens, and hopefully we can keep some of those comments out of the comment section of, this is one of the greatest songs the Chili Peppers ever wrote. I'm just waiting for blood to come spurting out of my nose from a brain aneurysm every time I see those kind of comments, when I very clearly make it known that I've heard the song before. Anyway, just gonna take a breather here. Okay, let's start with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that live performance, not the song, the live performance, I'm going to give that an 8.2. Yep, 8.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
This was an interesting one. That beginning jam, like the first 15, 20 seconds where Flea had the Ottawa going and, John was chiming in with them. I was thinking to myself, okay, we're going to have a little bit of a jam session, and I like where this is going. I like that bass line that Flea came up with. Simple, yes, but with that Ottawa really kind of gave it a little bit of extra kick. And I was really kind of waiting to see what they were going to do with that. Unfortunately, it didn't last very long. And I was not going to lie, folks, I was a little disappointed by that. But then the intro, the actual intro for the song began. And I like what they did. I like how they just started out very subtle, very smooth, very, very down low on the old dynamics levels. Just keeping it low, keeping it subtle, giving it a chance to grow and grow and grow. And then when that started to grow, John threw in the main riff. They didn't throw in the whole riff. He threw in just the first quarter of it. Just a little tease. And the crowd popped. The crowd absolutely popped because the crowd recognized it. John played just enough of it. And that was so strategic on his part. Just enough of it to get the crowd to recognize it. And they popped. They instantly recognized it. And then they went back into the groove and let it grow and let it grow and let it grow and let it grow. And they threw a little bit more of the main melodic line in there. And the crowd popped again, playing with the crowd. That is crowd interaction. I absolutely count that as crowd interaction. The band member, in this case John, did an action. He performed an action to elicit a response from the crowd, which he got. Crowd interaction, absolutely. So they had this thing building and building and building, and they took their time building it. And the funny thing is, I'm not upset about it. Usually when intros take a long time to build, I'm usually like, let's get to it. Come on, hurry up and get to it. In this case, I'm glad they took their time because they built it so well, so smoothly, so strategically. I dug it. I absolutely dug the intro. If I'm being honest with you, the intro was, and I know I'm going to get flack for saying this, but I honestly don't care. The intro was my favorite part of the entire performance. I loved the intro. Now, once the main song kicked in, watching the band, Flea was absolutely putting in work. He absolutely was. He was staying by his mic. Yes, he was walking around, I would say probably within a 6 foot by 6 foot box. I mean, he was going a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, a little bit forward, a little bit back, but he was moving around within a pretty decent sized box, and he was putting out a lot of animation. A lot of fun to watch him. John was doing as much as he could given the circumstances. He's far more active in this song on backing vocals than Flea is. He's doing backing vocals almost like, there are points where he's doing it every other measure. So it's like he has to kind of stay near his mic stand. He can't go too far from it. I understand that. I get it. And I don't normally give passes like this, but I'm going to give him a pass on this one, given the circumstances of the song and the requirements of the song. There's really no point in the song where he can just cut loose from his vocal duties. So I understand the position he's in, so I'm going to give him a pass. Chad, weirdly enough, we didn't see a whole lot of him in the video footage here from this performance. I don't know why. I don't get it. We really didn't see a whole lot of him. And when we would see him, we would see an arm, or we would see his shoulder, or we would see his leg. We would never see him in full action, full body. And that to me was a little weird, if I'm being honest. That's not something we normally see. I don't know how much he did as far as animation goes and crowd interaction and stage interaction. I don't know, because the shots of him were so strange and so strangely placed and so strangely staged and so strangely angled. I don't understand that, but I mean, I can't say he did a bad job because I honestly don't know. So I'm just gonna kind of leave him out of the equation on this one. Okay. Anthony Kiedis. All right. Let's be honest here, folks. The first 2/3. Let's call a spade here. The first 2/3 of the song. He took the Anthony Kiedis pose. You know, he did the jump at the beginning, the big jump with everybody jumped, and then he immediately grabbed the mic and took the Anthony Kiedis pose. Left foot forward, right foot behind it, left hand on the mic, cooked at the wrist, right hand underneath grabbing the mic, and his head, now I was wrong about this. I thought it was tilted to the left. No, it's actually tilted to the right. That's right. And he's just doing this pretty much the entire first 2/3. Just rocking back and forth, keeping that pose.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know. Maybe my expectations of frontmen are too high. Maybe I've just been spoiled by some of the best and most amazing frontmen I've ever seen who take the mic off the mic stand and lead the charge, go up to the front of the stage, interact with the crowd. I've just seen so many great frontmen, and maybe I just expect too much. Maybe I do, you know, and I'll be the first to admit that I do. But here's the thing. Why not? Why not have that expectation? Why not expect all these frontmen to take their cues and take some inspiration and take some of the examples that have been there through the decades from some of the greatest frontmen that rock has ever seen? Well, he wants to be different. Okay. He wants to be different. All right, that's fine. He can be different. So he took the Anthony Kiedis pose for the first 2/3 of the song, and I was getting on him. I'll freely admit I was getting on him. I'm still getting on him for it. And I'll be honest with you, folks, the score was down in the 7s. I'm not going to say we're in the 7s, but it was down in the 7s. Down in the 7s. And I was ready to put together an explanation as to why I gave the live performance a 7.X. Let's just say 7.X. And I'm thinking in my head, okay, how can I soften the blow as much as possible here? And then the guitar solo kicked in. Anthony let go of the mic stand and he put in work, putting in the movement and the motion and the animation and getting into the groove and rocking out and getting a crowd response. That was incredible because the crowd popped for him when he started doing it. Or maybe they were popping for the guitar solo. Maybe a combination of both. But all I know is that when Anthony started, you know, he let go of the mic stand and he started to groove and he started to rock and he started to move and putting on a great visual show, the crowd popped big time.
That's what a pop smells like. Take a bow.
And I loved seeing that. And the score immediately came up. How much did it come up? I'm not going to say. Then as soon as he was done rocking out, he went right back to the mic stand, took the Anthony Kiedis pose, and started doing this again. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like the front man, if you're going to be the front man, you should be the one that leads by example more than anybody else. And when you got your bass player outshining you, that's not a good thing. I'm sorry. I am very guilty of that. I am very guilty of stealing the spotlight away from the lead vocalist. Doesn't matter if it's a band I've been hired to play in or if it's a band that I'm an actual band member of. I always try to steal the spotlight. I always do my best to because I want it. And if I'm going to take it from that lead vocalist and the lead vocalist wants it back, then he's going to have to beat me to take it back. He's going to have to put out more effort than me to take it back. And if he doesn't like it, too bad. You don't like it that much, you can always fire me and find a bass player who will just stand there. Be my guest, you know? But I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enjoy what I do, and I love rocking out. I love putting on the best show possible. And like I said, that ends up hurting this lead singer's feelings because I stole the spotlight from him. Then do something about it and take it back from me. I dare you. I dare you.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
Come after me and take it from me, please. Because as soon as he does take it back from me, I'm gonna go even harder and I'm gonna steal it back from him. Because I want the spotlight that bad. That's just me, you know? I like seeing a band that is gonna put on an amazing live show. And if I'm gonna sit there and preach it, then I better dang well live it. That's all there is to it. And that's why I perform the way I perform. And that's why I love watching Flea, man, because Flea was up there literally stealing the spotlight from Anthony Kiedis. Somebody call the cops on Flea for being the thief that he is from stealing the spotlight from Anthony. I loved it. I loved seeing that. But for Anthony, I feel bad because now he's spotlightless. He needs it if he's gonna be the front man, so he better take it back somehow. And unfortunately, we saw it happen once, and then we never saw it happen again. But overall, taking everything into account, taking everything that I saw and experienced into account, luckily Anthony did do that one section, because if he didn't, we'd be down in the 7s. But luckily he did, and we were able to bring it up to an 8.2. So 8.2 is where we're at, and 8.2 is where we're gonna stay. Remember, folks, I'm not taking the song into account here. If you want to know what I thought about the song, go watch the first reaction to this song. Go watch that. That's the studio version. I'll tell you what I thought about the song in great detail over there. So, 8.2 for the live performance. That's where we're at, and that's where we're going to stay. 8.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.